Hey Tripp, can I have you say and spell your name for me so I can get audio level?
Yeah, Tripp Fountain, TRIPPFOUNTAIN.
Great. All right. And I'm waiting, Jen.
Cool. So you can just look at me.
Awesome.
Just casual conversation. To start off, can you tell me about what's your involvement with the conservatory and with the summer intensive?
My involvement with the conservatory started in probably 98 or 99. Came into conservatory in, I believe, 7th grade. And so, it was one more thing. I was always very busy on top of public school up in Monument, Colorado. And then I was full-time with a preparatory dance company, Colorado Jazz Dance Company. And so this was one more thing to add to kind of training, getting ready for everything. And so I spent, I guess, 6 years at the conservatory and then graduated and moved straight to New York to go to NYU, Tisch, School of the Arts, for drama. I now have a degree in acting, which sounds so crazy. But yeah, then ever since I've come back, any chance I get to work with kids, if it's a master class situation, I'm not quite sure what I'm a master of, but that's what they call it at least. And then any sort of choreography or dance class situation, I love coming back and knowing that I have this place. And there are kids that are now in the intensive program that are going into their freshman year of college that I've known since they were tiny children. And so it's been a really cool way of getting to connect with young artists and watch them grow and get to continue to work with them.
That's cool. Did you do the intensive when you were?
I never got to do the intensive. It was the summer before my freshman year of college was the first year. And so I was busy and getting ready to do all of that. And so I never got to do the intensive myself. But this is my second year here as a mentor. And so it's really fantastic. It's kind of its own animal. There's nothing really like it anywhere else that I know of. So yeah, I'm glad that I got to come back for another year.
Cool. So what are you teaching the students?
I think my official title would be the dance mentor. So not to say that there's not movement in other aspects of the world, but the tangible thing that I bring to, for instance, the Scenes and Songs program that we do is the dance piece and some staging things, working with Jamie Richards, who's kind of the acting mentor, and gathering music for that program as well, and helping put it together.
Very cool. What are you doing in New York?
I currently auditioning, for pursuing that acting thing, mostly musical theater, which, it has ebbs and flows and everything. Right now, I am auditioning, which frees me up, fortunately, to come back and do this, the intensive. And last month, they brought me out to choreograph their production of Oliver at the Conservatory, which was really cool. A lot of kids, so a lot of wrangling a large amount of people on one stage. But it was a good challenge, and at the end of the day, I think everybody was really proud of what we put up. So yeah, auditioning, doing a few regional gigs here and there, and looking for what the next thing is.
Anything really cool that you've worked on, or that you've?
Well, I've had some really fantastic timing as far as that goes. While I was at NYU, I had an opportunity to take a year, leave of absence, and I danced on a Royal Caribbean cruise ship. Then I came back for a semester and I booked my first national tour, which was Evita, which actually came to Colorado Springs in 2007, which was really great. And we had a big group from the conservatory that came to one of the performances, which was awesome. And then Cats following that came back, finished, got the degree. People ask a lot of times how I was able to be like, oh, I'm out in the world and now I'm going back to school. But especially toward the end, I had put so much time and effort and money into it that it's like, I might as well see it through to the end. And so I had that, and a few months after graduating, I booked the first national tour of the recent revival of Hair, which was a blast. And I was a swing, which means I understudied the entire ensemble. I think I performed about 10 and a half different tracks from that. And that actually became my Broadway debut, that after about a year on the road, we went back to the St. James Theater in New York and had our Summer of Love, about 3 months, and then went back on the road to continue with the tour. So that was kind of a whirlwind and a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Doing some really cool stuff.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, the timing has been really, really cool. And I really believe that part of your process as an artist or any sort of creative person is making sure that you're available for any opportunity that comes. You know, you have to show up and be there so that when everything aligns and it's the right place and the right time, that you're available to seize any opportunity that comes.
That's awesome. Do you think, how are you kind of helping the students learn those pieces? And what do you think that they're learning in the intensive that's important?
I think that one of the things that they're learning is that they know more than they think they do, while at the same time kind of paradoxically finding out that there is so much that they have to learn still, and learning how to depend on each other as an ensemble, I think, is one of the really big pieces that they always walk away from, is that, and I think that part of the opera piece, that they're literally creating a work from the ground up and presenting it, that it's like you have to both depend on your ensemble and the people you're working with, and also be dependable, and know that you're held accountable for keeping everything together. And also, I think learning, especially with the dance piece, because some people that come to the intensive, there is no dance audition, which I love, but come in and they're like, I didn't even dance at homecoming this year, you know, it's not what I do. But we get into a few days of classes, and I like to check in every once in a while and say, who are the people that feel like they're not dancers? Because 100% of you are dancing. You're not doing something that's like dancing. You're not trying to dance. You are dancing. And I think that that's a really cool moment. And connecting the different pieces, the acting piece to the singing piece to the dance piece, even from an acting warm-up with Jamie to a singing warm-up with Linda, that making the connections, that it's all from the same place. And I think that those connections are something really cool.
Since you've been involved with the conservatory for
Ever.
most of your life, can you just touch on why you think programs like this and arts education are so important to have?
Well, I think specifically this program is extraordinary. The things that they do at the conservatory are really fantastic. The things that you walk away from that you don't even realize that you know until a few years later. It's like, oh, that's what that was. And the other piece that I really love about the conservatory is that as much as it's about art and fostering young talent and building confidence, it's also really, really good at creating human beings. You know, not everybody that goes to the conservatory wants to pursue this full-time for the rest of their lives, which is awesome, because the skills that you learn here can translate to anything in life, anything. You know, something as simple as this morning working on a dance warm-up and saying, are you breathing? It's important to know how your body is responding to its environment. And also the giving back piece, I think, is really, really cool, that it has a lot to do with giving back to the community, to each other. I mean, that's what keeps bringing me back, is the conservatory gave me so many things, and I want to make sure that that kind of experience can continue in the future, and that we can continue to get beautiful, well-rounded humans into the world. I mean, which translates exactly into why arts education is so important, because it's not just about learning how to paint, learning how to sing. It's about learning to work with each other in collaboration. It's about taking constructive criticism and being humble with praise, and finding out how any sort of outside thing that's so articulate, how any sort of outside stimulus you can turn into something positive that you can learn from for yourself as an artist and as a person.
That's awesome. Anything else you'd like to add about the intensive?
I'm so excited to go to Central City. It's so cool. I mean, last year being my first year, I had no idea what to expect. No idea. And it was very much just trying to keep up with the curve of the creative process. And we're putting all this stuff together, and then we perform it down here, and the next thing you know, you're in a different city, surrounded by a whole new, larger group of artists, and getting master classes, and all of the beautiful, beautiful performance work that they do. It's really amazing. And the fact that there can be this partnership, and that it's worked and kind of blossomed over the last decade now, which is incredible. That it's really an extraordinary experience, that it doesn't matter. Like, I'm here, technically, my job description is a mentor, but I'm just as much a student. Watching Roger and Jeff, the mentors for the opera specifically, putting this together from the ground up, and how to work with people creatively in that sort of process. And then going to Central City and learning about a new way to think about how to align your spine. Just little things. It's, yeah, it's, that, I think that's what's exciting, is that everybody comes away with new experiences and new tools and new ways at looking at the world.
That's awesome. I can talk to you all afternoon, but I know we're
Yeah.
behind schedule.
And here's Jack. Perfect.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
totally.
I love it.